Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your spirit message reading for being overwhelmed and having obstacles to overcome. So let's see what spirit has to say. And if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the good things that the YouTube algorithm likes. So thank you so very much for doing so. You guys are amazing. So let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Let me just move my mic. Okay. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why it keeps moving back. Okay. There we go. Hope that's better. Sorry for that, guys. Okay. So let's see here. Our energy that's crowning everything, okay, is the Nine of Pentacles. So spirit is telling us, hey, listen, be aware that we have a tendency to be in the past, to be in the future, but not be in the here and now. And that is causing us to be overwhelmed. We have to look at the here, at the now, guard your money. Okay. It's kind of like mind your P's and Q's, right? So mind your pennies is what spirit is saying. Be very aware of that. And I know that people are saying, oh, Dane, I'm watching my pennies, I'm looking at everything. But there's going to be a tendency here to go to the past when either we had financial difficulties, this is money or what we value as much as money, right? When we went through a really scary time, all right, to go to the past and look at that really scary time, or look at when things were super, super great and compare it to now, or to go to the future and usually project either the worst, usually the worst, right? We don't usually sit there and project the best because that would be known as manifestation. So here, just be aware of this. Be aware during this time to stand in the present, to embrace your power, to embrace your tenacity, to embrace you, and to really praise yourself, to see how well you're doing, even if you are going through a period of struggle, okay? To see how well you are doing and really take pride in yourself. That is going to be one of the most important things you can do, because when we get into a period of being overwhelmed, of being overstressed, we then become really harsh on ourselves. And that puts us back. That sets us back instead of propelling us forward. So just be aware of this during this time. We then have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Be very aware of this. You're trying to do too much. Okay. So what's going on here? Spirit just showed me it's something that I have a tendency to do. I'm working very hard to break this habit. So I think it's very funny that Spirit is showing me that image of when you're stressed, instead of saying, I'm stressed, I have too much on my plate, it's like, okay, now I'm going to do even more because this makes me happy, or I'm going to do this because that'll make me feel, accomplished, but it's on top of everything else you're doing. So just be very aware of this during this time. With the Two of Pentacles, we are adding a lot on our plate. We are being harsh on ourselves. There is also trickery and emotions are running high. So when we are stressed, there's going to be a sense here of being very hard on ourselves for also being sad, or for, having emotions about a situation. We kind of want to be, I don't want to say like an automaton, but it is kind of like an automaton. Like, I don't want to feel, even though I'm going through a stressful situation, I want to be happy or I want to be joyous. And it's like, but let yourself be stressed. Like, let yourself feel these feelings without thinking, oh, there's something wrong with me, because there isn't. There isn't something wrong with you, right? We are off balance. And it's around a lie that we're telling ourselves. It's either that we should be able to handle everything, it's that we're weak, it's that we are, whatever, insert whatever here. We are telling a lie to ourselves, or somebody is telling a lie to us that makes us feel small and diminished. And we feel like we can't balance what everybody else is balancing. And that can even be the lie of social media, right? Where everybody is like, oh, I'm doing so great and everything's so perfect. You don't show the 18 million bad pictures you took, right? Before you get that one lovely one. So here, be kind to yourself. That is so, so, so important. We have the Chariot. We are taking our emotions and we're reining them in. And that is going to be a very important thing. Now, this could come through meditation. This could come through herbal supplements. This could come through seeing a doctor or a therapist. It doesn't matter how we look at our emotions and say, I'm reeling this in. It matters that we do. So that is going to be very important here, because we have our emotions running amok with the Two of Pentacles reverse. And here we're reining things in. This is also The chariot also represents Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. We're reining in our emotions. We're looking at what we desire. We're being really focused and really intentional with our days because that's what we have. That's what we have. We have each day that we are given. And it's not to make us more stressed or more overwhelmed, but it is knowing that the future is unknown, no matter how much we see, no matter how powerful, psychically, spiritually we are. It's day to day and it's step by step. I've come to think of our world as a beautiful sand painting. I think they're called mandalas, right? That the Tibetan monks do. And it's a sand painting that's meant to be blown away by the wind. And that can be very upsetting to people. And I understand if it is. And I do apologize if it is. But for me, as I've been going through this journey of life and have had setbacks and heartbreaks and disappointments and life, looking it as that is beautifully comforting to me. So I need to share that with whomever needs to hear it. And if you didn't need to hear it and you're like, Dane, shush up. I get that. The death card is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. We are going through a transformative time. And transformative times are never easy. So when we're looking at ourselves and being harsh and, being our own worst critic and expecting so much and putting so much stress on our shoulders, we have forgotten to be kind. And we have forgotten to listen to spirit as we move forward. And that is going to be very important. I'm sorry, I'm getting so emotional here. Okay. That is going to be very, very important. Also very strong Scorpio energy, time frame, October 23rd to November 21st. We then have Taurus energy coming through. This is reversed. Taurus energy is the time frame that we're in right now. And now this is timeless. This is whenever you need to find this reading. But just know that when I'm uploading this reading, it is in Taurus time frame, April 20th to May 20th. So here with the Taurus energy reverse, we can be super stubborn. Just know that about ourselves. We are also misusing the power of manifestation. Taurus energy and Scorpio energy, they're sister signs. So they're opposite energy, but they have the same talents and skills to them, just shown in different ways. Okay. Taurus is a master manifester. And because Taurus is an earth sign energy, it's very easy to see that manifestation because it's like, I'm growing the plant and you're like, oh, I can see the plant grow. Scorpio, water energy. It's like I'm eroding the earth to make a path for the river. That's harder to see. That takes longer. So just be aware of this during this time. We can be stubborn. We can also want ourselves to fit into a box, Sagittarius, and this is also going to be a very big thing. We want ourselves to fit into a box we were never meant to fit into. We're going to be judging ourselves against somebody else's rule book, and we have to be very, very, very aware of that. It leads us to the 7 of Cups. These are our dreams. We have put our dreams on a shelf somewhere where the world's fingerprints can't touch them because they're perfect always in dream state. But when we manifest it forward, when we bring it into the waking world, it gets fingerprints all over it. And we don't want to see the fingerprints. This is a time to say there's beauty in the imperfections and really utilize that energy. Repeat of the number 7. 7 is a truth number. Sagittarius, we're all about the truth. Deeper discoveries, deeper dives into truth is what a Sagittarius is all about. So the repeat of the number 7 moves us forward, but it also is going to be that this is a time where we feel called out. We feel like if we misstep just a little bit, we're called out, whereas somebody can be blundering around like a baboon, like a buffoon, and just be like, oh, they're great. That's perfect. So just be mindful about this during this time that we can be really agitated at that. Like somebody's just like lumbering about and we're like, oh my goodness. So here with the 7 of Pentacles, this is patience. This is showing ourselves patience. And this is also knowing that we're building something quite spectacular, but it's going to take time to ripen. It's going to take time to come forward. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If we're born on the cusp with Capricorn, if we have earth sign energy in our chart, that's coming through very powerfully here. Just if we have Cancer energy, Scorpio energy, or Taurus energy, yes, the Taurus energy can be annoying to us. That part of our personality can be poking out and poking at us and being just kind of like a pain. But just know that it comes through powerfully during this time. All this energy, Cancer energy, Scorpio energy, and Taurus energy, all earth sign energy is also telling us, hey, listen, We need to see our successes. We need to look at money and what we value as much as money coming forward. How are we nurturing this? How are we nurturing ourselves? Are we also looking at ourselves and embracing success? Or are we coming through and kind of outwardly projecting being defeated, being overwhelmed, being tired? And is that taking over our prosperity and our success? Because there's so much that we've been through. We see that here with the rise of emotions. It has been an intense and powerful journey. And the fact that we have learned so much and come so far, sorry, again, emotional. Respect that in yourself, Sagittarius. Instead of saying, I should have done better, I should have handled that better, I should have this, I should have that. Hindsight 2020. Show yourself grace. We are overwhelmed. We are overstressed. The world is intense right now. And for us to be berating ourselves, for us to be cruel to ourselves, it's not okay. So just be aware of this. It moves us to our spirit message. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rain cloud in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday, so hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when that video comes up announcing the winner. So let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, well, spirit is awfully chatty. We have meditate, we have inspire, we have nature, and we have adventure, all in the upright position. By meditating, we will be inspired to embrace our nature and go on an adventure. The adventure doesn't have to be, a rock'em sock'em adventure. It can be a very quiet adventure. It all depends on our personality. It all depends on what we're dealing with in our lives. If our responsibilities are like, hey, listen, I have to stay home. I have people I have to take care of. I have things I have to do. It's not going to be that we're going to be able to, backpack around the world. And that might not be our personality to begin with. So showing yourself grace and embracing little adventures, little things that make your heart sing, little joys, and meditating, slowing things down, connecting with yourself, letting you be inspired by the things that inspire you, not what the world is telling you should inspire you, how you should be. That embraces your nature, but it's also saying get out into nature, be outside, breathe in the fresh air. And if you can't, you can open a window or you can visualize yourself outside. That will also be very beneficial. Our chakra message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is inner child reversed. And I'm not surprised to see this because we are fighting through a lot of trauma that we have had when we were small, things that we fear. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's coming forward. And again, sorry for getting emotional with this reading. I don't know why. This is the heart chakra, and it's saying we will face our fears. We will see that inner child. There's a blockage in our heart chakra to embrace the fears that we have had since we were small with love and with compassion. We have had coping mechanisms that we've set into place from when we were small and faced these challenges. And those coping mechanisms aren't necessarily doing their coping mechanism thing for us. So just be aware of that. They're not working for us the same way. We need to embrace our inner child, which is embracing the inner child meditation, which we can do right now because I feel very called to do that right now. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. And visualize yourself as the adult you are now, standing with your arms open. And let the child that you once were run into your arms and swoop that kid up in the biggest hug. Tell them I love you. I see you. I respect you. You are powerful. You are strong. You are amazing. I will always listen to you. I will always believe you. I will always champion for you. Your dreams are not forgotten. Your power is amazing. And you will accomplish the most beautiful things. I love you so much. And embrace that energy. And let's see what Spirit wants us to be mindful of during this time. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. The Eight of Swords. Oh my goodness. I don't. We can get into our own head so much, Sagittarius. And we can overthink, we can overanalyze, we can trap ourselves in our own mind. And it might be a very logical trap. We might be like, well, this makes perfect sense. With the Eight of Swords, be mindful of this. We all know people who live their life in the fear of what might be, of what could happen, of an idea of something. And they clip their own wings. This can be intrusive thoughts. This is fear taking over. This is a trauma happening. And from that trauma, all of a sudden, it becomes hard to live the day-to-day life that we used to live, like that we were very accustomed to. So show yourself grace once again. With the Eight of Swords, life can be overwhelming, but let it not trap us. I always think of, Miss Havisham from Great Expectations, who was jilted at the altar when she was young, right? And she lived to be like 100, but she lived in her decaying wedding dress, locked away, just in that anger and betrayal and hurt and humiliation. She wasted all those years. So here, it is our warning not to do that. And we might be saying, oh, but I wasted. No. Her wedding dress went up in flames. She was consumed by it. It consumed her. Healing is a different journey. Be kind to yourself too. Coming out of a time of fear or being overwhelmed or dealing with grief. Show yourself grace. Don't live in the past and don't live in the future. Live in the present. And that, it sounds so simple. It sounds like a poster that would be on my wall when I was a kid. Live in the present, seize the day, But it's so important and it's so hard to do. It's so hard to do, especially when responsibilities, add up and pile up, and the tomorrows are important and they involve more than just you, right? So here, show yourself grace, but stand in your present. We're going to find that hard to do, but it's going to be so important to do. And it's going to help us with being overwhelmed and overstressed and overburdened. It's like one day at a time, which again is such a simple thing to say. It's so hard to do. You're out of balance. Know that you're out of balance. Know that emotions are high. They need to be reined in. If you need extra help to rein them in, there's nothing wrong with that. Show yourself, once again, grace. Don't add more onto your plate thinking, oh, well, if I just have a lot to do, I'll do it better. No, show yourself grace. Calm yourself down. Center yourself. That is going to be super important. There's also a lie that has overwhelmed you and that has stolen your joy. Now, I read these two cards together, the Two of Pentacles reverse and the Chariot with the Death card. This is the transformation. This is the transformation of ourselves, moving us forward. White dogs, red ears, a gift from spirit, right? In Welsh mythology, they are spirits' guides leading us forward. And we are going to be looking at ourselves during this time. And we have been ignoring the messages from spirit because they're not necessarily going to align with our stubborn practicality that's like, well, I have to do it just like this. It has to be just like this. Spirit is going to throw things in our path that are going to frustrate us, that are going to overwhelm us, that are going to take us on a different journey. It's going to be some of the best things that happen to us because it is going to be, I have to follow spirit. I have to open up this door. I have to see what's going on, what's happening, how I'm connecting. And it brings us to this place where you're not meant to be just like everybody else. You're meant to be beautifully and powerfully you, Sagittarius. And a Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is beautiful energy. Jupiter expands. Jupiter blesses. And so this is a time to see ourselves as blessed, see ourselves as talented, see ourselves as extraordinary, as coming out of a hard time that has ruined others. And it's not saying, oh, haha, I won. It's saying, oh my, I'm stepping out of darkness and fear and into me. We might not be able to be fit into a box that we want to belong into, or fit into a way that we think, oh, well, that's what success looks like, or that's what people say you should be doing, or that's how it should be. If you found this channel, if you're listening to these readings, you're not quite like everybody else. And that's not to sit there and say, you're better or worse than. It's just to say that you're different. And it's time to embrace being just beautifully you and letting yourself shine forward. It brings you to the Seven of Cups. It brings you to a place of your dreams. It brings you to a place of what you desire. It brings you to a place of what you want. Let yourself embrace freedom. That's also going to be very important, because there's something here when the Hierophant is reversed. It's like it's being so strict with yourself that you're not letting your soul be free. You're not letting yourself express. It's almost like I have to kill my dreams in order for things to move forward the way I want them to, or the way I think they're supposed to. And yet Spirit is going to show us here that it is time to set ourselves free, to let ourselves expand and grow and embrace and see the dream of our world, see the dream of ourself, and be patient with us. Because what we're building, it takes time. And we'll lose our path. We'll lose the plot of the story at times. And that's okay. That's part of life. But we are the Queen of Pentacles. We are nurturing. We are caring. We are compassionate. But we cannot forget to be those things to ourselves as well. The Queen of Pentacles always makes me think of Dress for Success. Don't forget to take care of you. Don't forget to look at yourself and feel beautiful. I'm seeing that we've lost that for us. Some of us might be saying, oh no, Dane, I haven't. Well, it's a general reading, right? Take what resonates with you, forget the rest. But here, there's somebody here who has definitely lost sight of that, or has looked at themselves and said, I don't kind of recognize me. The joy is gone. The sparkle is gone. Letting ourselves shine in our beauty, in our blessing, that is just so important. And that is so powerful. We have strong earth sign energy coming through here. Yes, one is being too stubborn, and okay, fine. Look at it and say, okay, I see you. But the other one is, I'm nurturing my garden. I'm embracing what I love. I am letting myself shine. I am letting myself move forward. I am powerfully and beautifully me. We all have our fears. And it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. And the Queen of Pentacles is also a stinking queen with a gold coin in her hand, right? She's successful and she's powerful and she's abundant. Listen to your dreams and embrace what you love. Our subconscious spirit message is luminous. Let yourself shine. And again, it doesn't have to be like everybody else. Let yourself shine in what brings you joy, in what moves you forward, in the rare beauty that is you. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra message. Now we have the blockage with the heart chakra coming forward. And then we have a blockage with the sacral chakra coming forward. The sacral chakra is kind of like our vivaciousness, right? It's our sensuality of being. It doesn't have to be, relationship wise, right? Sensuality. It is our zest and love for life. It is saying here, there has been a blockage that has kept you from feeling inspired by the little things. We've started to overlook what once brought wonderment to us. And it's time to connect with that wonderment of the child. The kid who looks out the window and sees the sunrise and is like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing. Connecting with that wonderment again is going to be so important, to be inspired and to let that inspiration move us forward. It brings us to our energy to be mindful of. And it's the Eight of Wands reverse. We feel like everything is moving so slowly. And also not in the direction that we want it to move in. Know that our aim gets better and it speeds up. Things speed up. And it's almost like hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait, because once this waiting game stops, once things stop feeling like you're trudging through mud, all of a sudden you sprout wings. Like all of a sudden you take off, and it's astounding. It brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that's the Fool. The Fool is take the leap of faith. Embrace what you love. Go after what you desire. Your soul knows it when you see it. It does. We're afraid of being seen as a fool. We're afraid of being mocked. And there are so many different ways that our world mocks us and humiliates us, especially with everybody being able to comment on everything. So here with the Fool, it's like, okay, everybody has their opinions. Let them. I'm going after what I deeply desire. Spirit is guiding me. And I'm embracing my passion, I'm embracing my fire, and I'm being blessed. I'm moving into my luck and into my power. And remember, every single hero's journey starts with first a doubt, first people laughing, first people calling you a fool. People who do the most astounding things are mocked first because they do what others think is impossible. But the impossible always starts with a dream. And it's time to hold true to our dreams and to be proud of ourselves for coming through so much, for being so strong, for embracing our power, and for going through hard times and still seeing ourselves. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.